Hi, my name's Bobby. And I like to drive. And you're watching Bobby Drives. Take a left here. Driving has a very special place in my heart. No homo, because that just sounds ridiculously bent. But what I will say is, it has changed my life. I passed my driving test on the 25th of May 2015. So that is 10 years. 10 years ago I passed my driver's test here in the beautiful, glorious, open roads of the UK. Now, I remember when I was learning to drive, the sun is blinding me right now. I can't see anything. I'm just fluking this bit of the road. I'm still fluking it. The first ever car that I wanted, I'm just gonna make a U-turn here, bro. The first ever car that, okay, the lights are red there as well. The first ever car that I wanted was a BMW Z4. So this was when I was learning how to drive, and I was actually saving up for this car. I was working in a theme park, a big theme park here in the UK we have, called Alton Towers. And I was saving up for a BMW Z4. It's a convertible two-seater. I don't know if it was petrol or diesel, I forgot now, most likely petrol. And I was just envisioning every single night sitting in that car with the top down and just cruising around the city and just literally imagining every single day. And at the time, my friends could drive, so they had passed before me. And I always used to wonder, and I always used to ask them, you know, if they went on drives at night on their own and just ripped it round bends and just burned fuel and drove to nowhere. Never. In fact, I asked them, and they were like, no, we don't. And I felt like slapping them, backhand slap. I was like, bro, you're a man. What are you doing sitting at home on your arse? Like, what other thing is there that you're doing apart from driving? I've always hated sitting down. I've always hated just to be stagnant in one place. I've always liked movement. Even if I'm moving in the wrong direction, I just need some movement. I have to move. And, you know, I remember I used to sit down in 2015, 2014 as well, when I was in college, on my laptop, watching, you know, Supercars of London YouTube channel, watching the Arabs rev their Lambos in London, in the streets of London, and just all the, you know, the pensioners, the old people, the Joes, the Karens, you know, the everybody under the sun, Claire, Joe, Karen, Dave, you know, who are in their late 50s, used to look at these Arabs ripping their car down the streets of London, revving, and everyone used to just stare at him. And I remember saying to myself in 2014, by the way, you know what, man, I'm gonna have a Lambo. I don't know when, but as soon as possible. Fast forward 10 years later, and I still don't have a Lambo. And I every day, you know, in college, when I was studying engineering, I used to walk to college, ride my bike to college, dreaming about having a Lambo, just dreaming about passing my test. And then obviously 25th of May 2015, I passed, I smashed it. Third attempt, you know, the first 2 times I failed, it was ridiculous, man. It's because I didn't put a signal on, you know. But I think the examiner was racist. It's like everyone's like go-to whenever they fail. Oh, the examiner's racist, or, you know, they have to fail like a certain amount of people a day. No, they don't, bro. You were just a melon on the test. Just admit it. So yeah, I was a melon on my first 2 tests. First 2 times I failed, it was because of a roundabout. First time I didn't signal off a roundabout. The second time I was on a roundabout and he said to me, turn right, third exit on a roundabout. So I'm approaching the roundabout and the lane I need to be in has roadworks. So I'm there like, what do you want me to do here? My instructor didn't teach me this. So I looked at the examiner and I said, what shall I do? And he said, with the just most RBF in the world, he said, just do what you think is safe. So obviously I'm approaching the roundabout, I'm panicking. I enter in the left lane because the right lane's closed and I need to be in the right lane. And then when I get onto the roundabout, I just close my eyes and just full lock to the right and jump over like 47 different lanes. I mean, I got to my destination and I got there safe, but yeah, I didn't do the check, so I failed, unfortunately. And then obviously I passed third attempt. So I think whoever passes on the third attempt is a real G. They're the real drivers. Because how are you gonna like get something the first time and not make any mistakes and then call yourself good at it? Like, you can't be good at something unless you failed at it again and again and again. So yeah, if you pass your test third attempt, you're a G. And if it's anything after the third attempt or anything before, then honestly you're a melon. You're not good, because obviously it's taking you over 3 attempts to pass, which is just ridiculous. And you're not bro, hang on a minute, this is like algebra right now. God almighty, come on. You can't call yourself good if you pass the first attempt as well, because how have you learned? How have you learned lessons? But anyways, once I passed, bro, oh my days, I was gassed. I was like, you know what? That's it now. This is it. I made it. I'm gonna hit the road. Watch the girls that I'm gonna be pulling. I've leveled up now. They doubted me, but they didn't realize that my level up was round the corner. My elevation was round the corner. Watch me now. Watch me now. So then what happened was, I wanted a nice car, obviously, and I wanted to make more money. I wanted to make a lot of money. I'm a young kid full of ambition, and I just wanted to make as much money as I could, you know, to retire my mum and dad and, you know, have a nice car. That's a bonus. So I joined this company and I was like, yeah, you know what, man, they were promising me the world, and I had my head down. I was like, I'll do whatever it takes. You know, I'll get a Range Rover. You know, I upgraded from a BMW Z4 to wanting a Range Rover Sport. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, life's looking good. Found out that company was a pyramid scheme. So, you know, it just, you know, it cost me like £300-400 to join. I had £1,000 in my account. And then I was just basically like, yeah, I was scammed. So that was a big detour. And then I was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know how I'm gonna do something in life, man. I don't know. Do you want to call it testosterone? Do you want to call it just energy? I just want you to do something, man. So, you know, obviously the money I had saved, you know, now I've got like 600-700 in my account. I got scammed. So obviously I can't really buy a car or get insured at this point. So long story short, like at least 4 years after I passed, no, sorry, 6 years after I passed, I didn't have a car. And then the first car I did have was basically, I was insured on my parents' car, which was a Nissan Micra, the bubble one. And it just ruined my life, bro. It taught me a lot about life early on. Like, there was black smoke coming out, like somebody's nan's ashes were in that exhaust. Every time I like put my foot down, it was painting the city in black. Like, I'm not even joking. And then, you know, as if life couldn't get any better, one day it just decided not to start, and I literally had to, like, I used to sit in the car and bang it. No homo, not like bang in that way. I used to bang the dash, I used to be banging, crashing, smacking it, hoping it'd start, and sometimes it'd work and then sometimes it wouldn't. It was really frustrating because all I ever wanted to do was just drive. I couldn't even get to work. I couldn't do anything. And at the time I was working in a bakery, you know, and I was like, man, there's more to life, man. What am I doing here working in this bakery? You know, and at that point as well, I wanted to grow a YouTube channel, and I did have one, and I reached 1,000 subscribers on it, but I wasn't content. It was causing me more misery than it was any sort of happiness. But yeah, man, it's been crazy journey, and here I am 11 years later, 2025, still don't have that Lambo, but absolutely love driving no matter where it is and no matter what it is. Like, I'll just rip the car around any bend as long as the steering wheel's clean and doesn't have like, I don't know, like random bodily fluids on, then I'm good. I'll drive anywhere, any car. I'm telling this story because I want people to know that, you know, I find it hard too. You know, people look at me and they think, oh, you know, he's got it all, he's got the looks, you know, he's got the money, you know, he's got the charm, he's got the wit. But bro, I struggle too, man. I struggle too, and I think it's unfair to put them sort of labels on me. It really is. I don't like the fact that people see me that way.